And we're live, hopefully.
All right.
Hopefully. If people can see us, let us know.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Yes. We are in our temporary setup here.
It's the Pete Braley Show with Matt.
With Matt, yes. And more guests.
On
today.
the road, yeah, we have a house full of guests.
Yes.
We do. Yeah, we have 3 dogs. We have Charlie. We have Sarah's dogs, Luke and Yoda.
Yep.
And we have Sarah's going to go off to work. So
Bye,
bye. Bye. She almost forgot her mask this morning. The only place left that she has to wear a mask here in Virginia Beach is when she goes to work.
Is where she spends most of her time, yeah.
She works in a bank, and I guess the corporate offices said, we want you to still wear masks. So she does. So, but yeah, we are. Oh, and of course, Trish is here.
Yes. I don't know where she went. She is here somewhere.
And Trish is in charge of Liam.
Yes.
And basically keep him.
I see him.
I hear him.
Hey, buddy.
He's smiling to us. And don't worry, he's. I mean, this is his house, so he's welcome to come on set anytime.
He'll be on the show. He's pretty talkative this morning too. So
he is talkative. You know, I've been away for just 6 weeks.
You want to come say hi, buddy?
It's been 6 weeks since I was down here taking care of him. And I swear he talks so much more than when I left. He's like always talking.
He doesn't talk as much over FaceTime. He likes to. Sarah says he likes to show off on FaceTime. So
he does.
It's like he's on TV.
Yeah.
He jokes around and he runs around and we just watch. He doesn't talk as much though. But now that we're down here, he talks a lot.
But the problem.
Sarah's back. What'd you forget?
My car keys.
Well, you can't go anywhere
There
without
you
your
go.
car keys.
Yep.
All the way to the car, and I pushed the handle and nothing.
It must be Monday.
Yes.
It must be Monday.
Gail G is here. She says, "Yay, it's Monday morning. We have a new day. I trust your travels were fun. I saw Charlie was enjoying the drive."
Yes, you was.
Yes, the travels were fun. We'll get into that. Abby says, "I love that picture behind you guys." This was actually the sign-in thing for Sarah's wedding. So everyone signed a balloon. Bye, Sarah.
My keys. Bye, guys.
Bye.
We'll probably see you again in 5 minutes.
She was always forgetting her phone when I was living here.
I remember because her and Doug used to drive to school together, and she would always lose her keys.
Yep.
And Doug had to find them.
Yep.
That was that thing.
But her phone was the issue while I was here. It's just, See, I don't know if it's because I've made it a rule ever since my stroke and stroke recovery. I don't go anywhere without this.
That's a lie.
There's a rare occasion.
Trish, he just lied on live TV.
I said I don't go anywhere without my phone. Is that a lie?
Every single day.
Everybody's laughing at me.
When we finish the show, every single day, when I'm cleaning up the studio, and he has a comfier chair than me, so sometimes I do my post show work in his chair.
Yeah.
And every time I go over, his phone is sitting right there, and he's already gone. He left for the day.
Oh. But most of the time, all right?
Yes.
I always have it with me, always in pocket or something like that.
Trish
you know?
has something to say.
How about the time you fell in the backyard at midnight?
Oh,
You were getting off?
busted.
Didn't I still have it in my pocket?
I don't know
but
if
I
you
didn't
guys
want to
could-
bother. Oh,
Hold on, I don't know if they could hear.
Yeah.
She said, "How about that time at midnight when you fell in the yard and didn't have your phone with you?" That's true.
it was midnight on a night when Priscilla was working.
Yes.
And how did I end up outside? I think it was
Oscar was outside.
Oscar the beagle got the run, the chain.
Yes.
Caught her on his foot.
Yeah.
So I went outside after maybe having a beverage or two. I went outside.
I don't think you were.
No, it wasn't
I
a
don't
beverage
think
issue.
so.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I went outside to untangle the dog, and my backyard is all it has all kind
Uneven,
of
yeah.
ruts and stuff.
Yep.
And I fell down, but I didn't want to. I think I had my phone because I didn't want to bother Matt. I remember thinking I don't want to bother Matt.
I just remember
So-
finding out about this days later, and
Yeah.
I'm like, everyone's gonna think I'm the biggest jerk. But I had no idea that this happened.
No, you didn't
He
know.
never told. He came inside and acted like everything was completely fine.
Well, it was because by then I got myself up.
That's true, because you were next to the porch,
Yeah.
so you kind of had the porch to help you up.
So this week you're going to hear Liam in the background. He's
Yep.
currently laughing because Charlie's playing. I don't know if
I think Yoda's playing.
Yoda's playing.
Yes.
So we have.
See,
All
this
right.
is what I'm worried about. They run around at like 100 miles per hour, and there's wires everywhere right now.
If
So-
we suddenly disappear,
Yeah.
there are wires everywhere, and all
Yes.
they have to do is trip over one, and we'll be gone.
So we'll see. Hopefully Fingers crossed. Oh, here we go. They are right behind the camera right
wires. Now. Okay, so we got to get Trish a referee shirt
yes.
for the week because we need her to be our referee.
We would like everyone to know that she's on duty for an hour, and then right when the show ends, I'm going to make Pete get up and take care of things.
My job.
Trish will get a break after that.
Instead of my post-show nap.
Leonard, you want to come say hi, buddy?
You want to come say hi?
Come here. Come talk on the microphone.
Okay, people just said, I think his name is Liam. Why is he? He has a name for everybody.
Yeah. So his name is Leonard. Why don't you put him on
Leonard.
Grampy's lap over here? Try not to trip on all the cords.
Hey, bud.
Leonard's here. Trish is here.
Hello. Say hi, Trish.
You guys are kind of matching.
My name's not Trish.
You got pineapples and dinosaurs.
What do you think?
Lenny, look, you're on the camera. You're famous.
His name is Liam.
I don't know. Lenny was a new one this week. I don't think I've called him Lenny before. So today his thing is magnets. I don't know if this was his first discovery, but he's been fascinated with the power of magnets today.
And he did this yesterday, too. He played with them on the refrigerator for like a good 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, Abby Braley says, hi, Liam. Hi, Auntie. Auntie's leaving.
Okay.
Mom, Abby says hi. She says hi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Is that a good...
You just be careful with the stand there. I don't want it to come up.
You like that?
Whoa.
Isn't that funny?
Oh, the magnet's not going to stick to that, buddy.
No.
We'll talk about the science when you're a little bit older. Yeah.
Yeah. You say hi to everybody?
Charlie's here now. The whole gang is here.
All right. So Liam is, what did we figure, 21 months?
He's a year and a half.
Yeah. Because
or a little more than that.
I have to talk into that, buddy. Okay?
Yeah, this is definitely going to fall. Hopefully not. We'll see how long it holds.
So his birthday's in September. And even when I was staying here, Grammy would come down. She tries for what, every month or every 5 weeks?
Nope.
It turned out to be 6 this time.
There you go. Play with Grampy's iPad.
Oh, Grampy, you don't need your iPad, do you?
How about the phone? Grampy actually needs the iPad. How about the phone?
The entire show notes.
Call your girlfriends, buddy.
So, yeah, we're in Virginia Beach.
Grampy does have metal in him, so the magnet might actually work.
Will it stick to my titanium? No, I don't want to swallow it.
You shouldn't either.
Whoop, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Hey, will it stick to my arm? Because I got the vaccine.
Oh God, we're not buying into that. If you believe that a magnet will stick to your vaccine arm, you can go ahead and unwatch the show, and we're all set.
Isn't it a fact that people are trying to stick keys and coins to their arm? Isn't it a fact that if your arm is sweaty, it's going to stick?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We try not to get into this stuff too much, but it was too funny not to mention. A lady went before I don't know what in some court. She went before a judge to say that metal was sticking to her because of the vaccine, and she took a key and stuck it to her chest, and it did stick. Because, of course, skin is oily and sweaty, and it sticks. But then she took the key, and she was like, and it even sticks to my neck. And she put it up against her neck, and it fell. And she took it, and she put it up against her neck, and it fell. And she was like, and the bobby pin, and she took it up against her neck, and it fell. Yeah. And she was like, and what are we going to do about this? And I'm just like, you just lost your case, man. You proved your own stupidity, man. Okay. Anyways, back on topic.
We drove down from Fairhaven on Saturday, and we got going about a half hour late. Mom wanted to be on the road at 5. I think it was 5:30.
I mean, she's here, so she can defend herself, but I'm throwing her under the bus. It was nobody's fault but your own. I mean, you told me we make plans, and we've been waking up early, and our shower schedule has been fine. We made plans.
Only one bathroom.
Trish was getting up at 4. She had the bathroom first. I was at 4:15, and Pete was whenever I got out. And I was not woken up until 4:25.
Oh. Charlie had to go out.
She blaming it on the puppy is what it is. The poor, innocent 3-month-old puppy.
By the way, we're now taking a video of my feet.
Abby said no, she didn't really go to the courts. Yeah, she did. She went somewhere. I don't know the specific place of where she went, but yes, she tried.
There was one video where she was in front of, I don't know.
It looked like
some kind of panel or
a court. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe it was a press conference.
Maybe. Yeah.
So we got on the road and we had a pretty good trip.
Hello.
Hi. Say hello.
Hello.
I think he knows he's famous, I think is what it is.
We had a pretty good trip. The only time we hit...
hey, buddy. Oh, you're taking a video.
The only time of his foot, my feet.
Nice.
I'm in flip-flops, by the way. I'm in Virginia Beach, man.
Plus, he has a table now. You can't see his legs.
So, the only time we hit traffic, really, was near the Maryland beaches. And
I must have been sleeping for that.
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember that.
You had a good nap. I think I had a
did,
good nap.
yes.
And Charlie was great on the ride.
He pretty much chilled. I wouldn't say he napped the entire time, but he chilled for a large portion of it.
Then when we got near the end, Matt took over driving as Priscilla had had a couple of shifts that kept her with no sleep last week. You remember me talking about that.
Yeah, so she was a little tired.
Yeah, she kind of hit a wall and said, okay, I'm done. So Matt drove, I guess, the last,
Pretty much the
2
entire
hours?
way. Oh,
no,
okay.
the last 2 hours I think you drove. So Trish is now going upstairs because the dogs are wrestling. But
Yes. That's fine, though. I mean, as long as they're not killing each other.
the only thing that was, I wouldn't say,
Oh, yeah, that was...
oh, you left Charlie
yeah,
downstairs.
Charlie can't be left alone.
Charlie misses mom.
Yeah, Charlie's
So-
a mama's boy.
I would say the only, and I don't want to say difficulty, but the only,
He didn't tell the joke yet.
don't rush the punchline.
Yeah, it's going to ruin the jokes.
Hi. The only issue on the 11-hour drive, it took us 11 hours?
10, I think it was 10 and a half.
Okay. The only issue on the 10.5-hour drive was that Mom had to catch up on the last 4 episodes of our show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she hadn't had
That's
a
right.
chance to hear, so she said, oh, great, on this drive I can listen to your show. So we had to listen to ourselves for 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
4 episodes.
Yep. And I mean, the thing is, we were talking last week about how, like, I don't like listening to my voice. I've gotten used to it, though. I don't enjoy it, but I've gotten used to it to the point where, like, I don't cringe when I hear my voice. But the thing is, it was all topics and jokes that we told last week, and so we were reliving. And my biggest issue, I don't know if you had the thing, but every time you would say something, I would think of a joke that's better than what I said.
Yeah.
And so I kept, like... wanting to punch myself because I couldn't. I kept one-upping myself, but no one can hear those jokes now. The story had passed. I can no longer one-up myself. So
This is what Grampy does now that I went back to Massachusetts. Is that no? Don't erase my whole script.
he says, "Stick to the script, Grampy."
Yeah. So
not the coffee.
So this
You're too
is
young
Liam.
for that.
And how did he ever get? Well, how did Trish get the name Trish? We covered that. But how did Liam get the name Leonard?
I don't know. I think it was just like the L's, Liam, Leonard. I love the name Leonard personally, and I think it's more like unique and funny than Liam. No offense, Liam's a great name, but I think Leonard's like a funnier name. No offense to anyone named Leonard. I love the name Leonard, but yeah, I don't know. It just happened, and now this trip I started calling him Lenny, which I kind of like.
So fortunately, he does know his name is Liam.
Yes,
he does
but
answer
he
to
does
Liam.
respond to Leonard. Like
Does he
I call,
really?
I call him Leonard. He looks at me.
Oh, there you
So.
go. It's a thing you guys have, huh?
Exactly.
Are you okay with being Leonard?
He says, "I don't
Yeah,
care."
No. So he's going to be with us this week, and just kind of, we'll freestyle it. Whatever happens, happens.
It's going good except for the microphone thing, but I think he just wants it on himself. Maybe I got an extra microphone. We'll cue it up for you for tomorrow. Does that sound good?
You want your own microphone? You asked me this morning and I said, no, it'll be fine on my lap.
There he goes. I'm sorry if
So-
we're like blowing out anyone's eardrums. Abby says I hate recordings of my voice.
Whoops.
Oh, see, I knew that would happen.
Yeah, maybe. Could you go to Grammy? If you just go to Grammy. And then
Shutting your mic off for a second.
Okay.
We're going to
get with the Pete Braley Show. Just
gonna single-handedly destroy this set. Come on, buddy.
Wanna go
Say
play
bye
on-
to all your fans.
Want to go play in the fridge?
Not in the fridge, on the fridge.
We'll be right with you, okay?
We're gonna lose all viewers.
Everybody's going to leave.
Look at this tech crew, though. Co-host / tech crew, and we're already back in business. We're already back in business. All right, you're good.
Okay, so. So, we've got our regular show planned, but whatever
Yes.
happens, happens. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Abby said do a spin-off and give him his own show. Liam, you want your own show, man?
What would it be, chatting with Leonard?
Give me a thumbs up. You want your own show?
How about mornings with Leonard?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So,
All right, we're back. We're back in business.
everybody, good morning and welcome. If you would like to participate in the chat, we'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Whatever you want. Tell us about your weekend. If anything great happened this weekend.
Yeah.
We are in Virginia Beach, where ironically, it is not going to be super hot this week.
Yeah, it was actually really nice. Yesterday we had a pool day at Doug's house, and it was like a comfortable Massachusetts summer day. It wasn't a deathly Virginia summer day.
Because Virginia Beach, when I was here in the summer, and they say last year was a normal summer, you get like a heat index of 113.
Yeah.
It gets to the point where
you just don't want to be outside.
You either go for a walk at 6:30 in the morning, or you wait until sundown. And
yeah. Peter Guy here says, when Liam looks up at Grampy and talks to him, he looks like Spanky from the show The Little Rascals way back when.
Wow. I did see some issues of
Little Rascals.
the R Gang shows, Little Rascals. But yeah, you're right. You're right. By the way, I did get a comment. I posted a picture of Liam Saturday night that I was having dinner with a friend.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people responded to that with comments about he must have missed you and all this. And I missed him a lot, too. Do you have the picture of us?
Oh, yes.
This was us yesterday, and we're watching Mickey and the Roadster Racers. So there I am with my buddy at Doug's house.
That was after a long pool day. They were just chilling.
Yeah, just hanging out. I think it was after his nap, too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was yesterday. And, last night, because someone else asked me how he likes Charlie. Mm-hmm. So, last night, he took Charlie for a walk around the house.
Say, come on. Yeah, you walking Charlie?
He couldn't reach the doorknob. I think he was a little upset by that.
No, he's been trying to for a long time. He's been trying to reach that doorknob.
We like to play Salesman, where he likes to stand behind the door, and you have to knock. And he likes to open the door and hear what you have to say, and then he slams it in your face. So Abby here says, I worked and went camping this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Isn't living in Vermont just camping every weekend? I'm just kidding.
Don't do that when I'm drinking.
I'm just kidding. Spit takes here on the Pete Braley Show. Sorry, what were you saying, though, about last night? Or about Liam?
Last night.
Charlie?
Oh, last night you playing salesman with him, and I think were, you were trying to sell solar panels.
Yep.
You were trying to check on the warranty of his car.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny, though, because typically you never win that game. You just get the door slammed in your face. But somehow I won. He let me go into the room that he was in, and then we were playing the game on Sarah. Yeah. So he was slamming the door in his mom's face.
So I think there was one story.
We got Yoda barking upstairs.
Yoda the Beagle now thinks...
You're good, Mom.
Yeah. Yoda the Beagle now thinks someone is here because Mom just opened the door to take Charlie out. So one other thing we forgot to mention was on the road trip, you have certain... We've done this trip enough, so we have certain stops we know we're going to make. We're going to stop on the Garden State Park. No. On the New Jersey Turnpike for gas, and we're going to stop here. And we always stop at a Chick-fil-A in Milford, Delaware.
Same one every time.
Yep. So we stopped there this time, and we went through the drive-thru. And I know over the years, Mom has had issues with people spelling the name Priscilla.
Yeah. It's a longer first name. I will say that.
Prisc. I think they forget the C.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Cilla is how you spell it.
Yeah.
I have never seen, and she has never been called, to the best of her knowledge, the lady at Chick-fil-A who took the order said, "Can I have a name?" She said, "Priscilla." Well, I didn't realize till we got to the window that on the bag they wrote Perlisa.
Yeah. That when we pulled up, the girl with the food was like, "An order for Perlisa?" And we all looked at each other, and she was like, Priscilla, and they all of them, they were like, that makes more sense.
That makes sense.
And I'm just like, where would the name Pre-Lisa come from? Is that Lisa's name before she becomes Lisa? She's pre-Lisa? I don't understand.
But it was two words. It was per Lisa.
Yeah,
was what they had for it. And that was the first time she'd ever been called.
It was a good one. So I think I might have to retire Trish and just go with Per-Lisa from now on. Yeah, maybe.
Welcome to June 14th. This is Flag Day. And by the way, I started looking into each day to give you a little more info.
Okay.
And of course, Flag Day celebrates Betsy Ross. But what I read was that while Betsy Ross had been given credit for stitching together the first American flag, there is not any sound evidence that actually supports that story.
I will say Flag Day at least has like a meaning. So like they have a reason.
Yeah.
If I'm like, what's the good with Flag Day? You can at least tell me something.
It's International Bath Day.
Here we go.
And this is what I found out about this. Legend has it that on this day, the Greek mathematician, scientist, and scholar Archimedes discovered while taking a bath that an object's volume could be accurately measured by being submerged in water. Unable to contain his excitement, Archimedes jumped out of the bathtub and yelled, "Eureka!" as he ran through the streets of Syracuse, Greece. No one knows the exact date of Archimedes' birth. However, we do know that he was born in the year 287 BC. To honor Archimedes, we commemorate the date he leapt out of the bathtub, June 14th.
See, but here's the thing. That is a great reason, a great thing to have a day for, a big scientific discovery. But why does that make it Bath Day? I get it. He was in the bath. But if you think about it, people are celebrating International Bath Day today with a nice bath, maybe a bath bomb, maybe some Epsom salts, which we can get into because that's funny. That every member of the Braley family at their house all has Epsom salts, even though no one uses it. But that has nothing to do with, Archimedes. So, the poor guy's being forgotten here while everyone's just enjoying their bath bombs. So that's another stupid day. Call it something else that honors the man. That's all I'm saying.
It's National Bourbon Day.
Okay.
All right.
I respect that day.
Like scotch, cognac, and some other spirits, bourbon must meet certain standards and be produced in a specific geographical region to earn its name, mainly Kentucky. The whiskey must be 51% corn. The distiller must store the whiskey in new, not aged, charred oak barrels, and they also must distill the whiskey at no more than 160 proof.
See, that whole process is really fascinating. I saw somebody on TikTok who makes like the whiskey and stuff like that, and it is a super fascinating process. I don't think I've ever had bourbon. I've had whiskey. I don't think I've ever had bourbon.
I love scotch. I might have had bourbon once, but I'm more of a scotch fan. And it's also National Strawberry Shortcake Day. Okay. National Strawberry Shortcake Day.
I mean, another one that makes me wonder why, but I guess
only because this is the peak of the strawberry season.
Okay,
so
I guess
Answer
me this: did the strawberry shortcake industry create that day? Could just be a marketing thing.
Yeah, it's true. I'll have to look. This is the beginning of Meet a Mate Week. It's also National Men's Health Week, which is always the week of Father's Day. Did you know Father's Day is coming up?
No. See, where's the Children's Day? Where's my day, Pete? Where's my day?
Well, as parents would say, every day's Children's Day.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, not when you're 22. But also, I will say that it's always been a struggle because your birthday, Father's Day is in June and your birthday's in July. Yeah. So it's like you don't want to use all the good ideas for Father's Day because you got
after the other.
You got your birthday coming up.
It's also National Pet Wedding Week. That one, I'll agree with you. Wedding
What
week?
Pets are getting married?
Are we gonna have Charlie get married?
Back to Meet a Mate Week. Is that like a friend mate or is that like a soul mate?
I would.
If it's a soul mate, maybe there's hope for me this week.
I would believe it's a soulmate.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Ladies, hit me up.
And happy birthday, even though I'm in a Navy house, my son-in-law's in the Navy, my son's in the Navy, my daughter-in-law's in the Navy. Happy birthday to the Army today. Every year on June 14th, the United States Army celebrates its creation in 1775.
Wow.
And one celebrity birthday, Donald Trump is turning 75 today.
That's old. Right. Anyways, we do have some chats here. Let's see. Peter Guy. Oh, yeah, the backwards hat. Now that's Spanky. He was cute like Liam. Okay. Liam, you got compliments out here, buddy.
And he likes to wear his hat backwards, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's because of me. I'm just claiming that. Abby says, essentially, yes, Matt. Camping isn't my favorite. The sleeping part just doesn't work for me. I mean, so technically I'm not wrong. Living in Vermont's just camping.
I don't think I sleep well the first night on a camping.
I haven't gone camping in a very long time. I guess it depends what kind of camping you're doing. Are you in a camper or a tent? We used to tent camp.
Yep, we tent camped.
But then it goes to air mattresses, or are you just on mats on the ground? Mm-hmm. Or are you a real outdoorsman and you're just in the dirt somewhere?
I remember I went on a Boy Scout Jamboree or whatever with Doug once, and we went camping in Rochester, Massachusetts in November.
That sounds
it was
miserable.
I think it was 19 degrees that night. And you talk about air mattress. We didn't have an air mattress. And as the night went on, I discovered we had pitched our tent on top of a couple of tree roots. And I had one get in my back all night.
You guys are smart. Aren't you glad I never did Boy Scouts?
Coming up today, a number of things from Virginia Beach. We might... Mom's finally resting, and
Yes.
the dogs are quiet.
Kind of.
So,
I mean, she's still keeping an eye on Magnet Boy over there.
so we might get Liam back in here.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might get Liam back in here. Starting a new feature today called Don't Tell Me Florida.
Hopefully nobody from Florida is listening.
Well, there's just, there's so many weird stories that come out of Florida.
Yeah.
So, new feature coming up today. And people in the news with the story about how you might want to check your pennies before you do anything with them. All right, we'll get to that in just a bit.
Leonard has just made himself a little pillow set up on the couch, and he's got his magnets, and he is all set.
There you go.
He's ready to chill for a while.
That's his latest thing was magnets.
A couple more chats here. I just want to make sure we get to everybody.
Yep.
Gail says, are you saying you don't spell Priscilla Trish? Sounds like it to me. Any comments, Trish?
My name's not Trish.
There
There
she
you go.
goes. Abby said, I just imagine him playing with bath toys making this discovery. Back to Archimedes, right?
Oh, yeah. International Bath Day.
Yeah. She also said, a nice single barrel bourbon. I've never had bourbon. What's the difference in taste from whiskey?
We'll have to
Yeah,
try.
we'll have to
I mean,
try.
I don't
Live on
think-
the show at 8 a.m., a bourbon tasting.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody could describe the taste. You know
That's
what
a
I
good
mean?
point, yeah.
you
Well,
have
I'm
to
sure if you're
experience
like a bourbon connoisseur, you
Yeah.
could probably describe it to me with like smoky and stuff like that. She also said, tent and air mattress, it's horrible. I hate air mattresses. They always deflate. So, yeah. No, that is true. I remember
that happened to you here once.
there
didn't
was,
it?
well, for Liam's first birthday, everybody was here.
Yeah.
And so naturally as the youngest, even though I'm 22, so, my body is getting old. But yeah, so I'm naturally the one that gets stuck on the air mattress. I was on an air mattress in like basically a dining room and with hardwood floors, and we didn't realize until the air mattress did deflate. There was some hole in it somewhere. We don't know where it was, but there was a hole in it because I would go to sleep with a full air mattress and wake up on the hardwood floor every single night.
But you didn't feel it during the night? You didn't hear
No.
it during the night?
Nope. I didn't notice it until I woke up very,
Wow.
very just in pain.
Wow.
But yeah.
By the way, Justin usually reminds me of this. If you could
Yes.
like the stream.
Yeah.
And also, if you could help us out, if you would share it so
Yeah.
that maybe your friends who might not know we're here can discover
Share
the
it,
new
subscribe,
show.
all the things.
Yep. All right, let's go to the news this morning. The Massachusetts Department of Public Health reported an additional 33 confirmed COVID-19 cases Sunday, the lowest number reported for a single day since March 17th of last year. State health officials also reported that there were no additional confirmed COVID-related deaths, keeping the state's total at 17,576. A Rhode Island man is dead after he crashed his motorcycle into another vehicle in Fall River. It happened in the 300 block of Eastern Avenue shortly after 6 Saturday night. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found the victim lying on the northbound side of Eastern Avenue. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities have identified the victim as 31-year-old Corey Gray, and that's Corey with a K, of Tiverton. Longtime Red Sox broadcaster Jerry Remy is resting comfortably at Mass General after he left the booth early Friday night. In a joint statement, Remy and Nesson said that he experienced shortness of breath during the third inning of Friday night's game of the Blue Jays. Remy stepped away as a precaution. He remains hospitalized at Mass General but is feeling better, according to the statement. He is 68 years old. He had 4 cancer diagnoses in his life, and doctors most recently told him he was cancer-free in November of 2018. The Cape Cod Air Force Base has been renamed the Cape Cod Space Force Station. The name was officially changed on Friday. The Space Force is now the United States' 6th military branch. The base will serve as home of the 6th Space Warning Squadron, where they provide missile warning, missile defense, and space surveillance. And ahead of his highly anticipated meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, President Joe Biden agreed Sunday that U.S.-Russian relations are at a low point and said he was open to a prisoner exchange with Moscow to clamp down on cybercrime. Biden will meet Wednesday with Putin at a villa on the shores of Lake Geneva in Switzerland. The Red Sox struggle with the Blue Jays. We will get to that and more sports in just a moment. But people in the news this morning, and the story of a woman who posted a video on TikTok, and then somebody noticed something. So, should I tell the story first, or?
Let's show the video first.
Okay, well,
let's do.
This was the video from Jordan Darien on TikTok.
Yeah, here we go.
So there she is, putting all these pennies.
Yeah, the captions are pretty quick, but we'll go through all the details. This is just so you can see it.
I think the bathroom looks pretty good.
It does.
And, yep, that's her floor.
Yeah.
So the story, it took 16 hours for her to glue down 7,700 pennies to decorate her bathroom. Jordan Darien posted the TikTok video of the renovation of her home in West Hollywood, California. It has well over 20 million views by now. She glued the coins down on top of existing tiles, and she then sealed the floor with $300 worth of glue. She jokes around.
Expensive glue. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
she needs a new glue guy.
$77 that no one can ever spend. She said, "Took me 16 hours to penny the floor."
That's crazy.
Now, after the process was complete, and she posted the video to TikTok, she said, one of her followers claimed to have spotted a valuable vintage coin in the floor. It was a 1943 copper alloy penny, which is worth $82,500.
It must have been, because we were talking, how did anyone notice that? It must have been that last camera shot where it just pans very close to a couple of pennies. And it just must have happened to be in one of those.
Yeah, I mean,
because other than that, I don't know how you would have seen it. No.
Yeah. The woman admitted, since posting the video to TikTok, "I learned I may have made a very big mistake by not checking the pennies prior to permanently adhering them to my floor. I had no idea a penny could be so valuable, and there are at least 8 wheat pennies." That's where there's a sprig of wheat. "There are at least 8 wheat pennies upside down, so we are unable to check the dates on that."
Here's my thing, though. She claims that it's permanent. Is anything really permanent nowadays? I mean, you got to be able to, like, I don't know.
Rip that up?
Like, take a drill and drill around the, like, take out the chunk of epoxy, and there's got to be some chemicals that can take off epoxy, no?
Wouldn't you try,
Trish?
If you had a penny on the floor worth $82,000?
You're an expert on random things. Do you have any idea?
I would think
There must be a way.
Must be a way.
The expert says that there must be a way.
Must be a
You
way.
can quote that in your scientific articles and say that Trish said that.
By the way, I don't know if you can hear, I think the lawnmower is behind us.
Yes,
Yeah.
as if we didn't have enough noise this morning, we now have a lawnmower.
You know what would be so cool? If we took this show to Doug's house. Because my
Would
son...
it be cool, though?
Well, my son Doug is right on the flight line for the Naval Air Station Oceana.
Yeah.
So-
Well, the flight path. He doesn't live on the flight line. I feel like that would be some sort of, that would be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would. That would.
Plus,
All right.
I think that would lead to him bringing work home too much. You know what I'm saying?
All right, he's on the flight path. So, but anytime I was there and we were watching a movie,
Yeah.
you'd have to have the remote in your hand because all of a sudden an F-18 would fly over and you're like, wait a minute.
You think I'm bad because, see, what happens at our house, because my bedroom is upstairs, and I do a lot of work in my bedroom while they're watching TV or whatever, and so I come down frequently, you know, I need a cup of coffee, I need a drink, I need to pee. You know it happens. And I walk down the stairs, and every single time, Pete picks up the remote and he pauses the TV. Every single time. Because I get it. I'm a noisy kid. Okay,
Well, no, I'm waiting for you to say something.
I'm
I think
I'm either whistling wherever I go, or I'm beatboxing, or I stop and I bring up some random topic and we talk about it for a while. And they hate it, but it is funny now because even when I have nothing to say, like I'm like, oh, they're watching a show, I'll be silent. I walk down the stairs, the TV gets paused, and they both just stare at me.
And I always have the remote nearby because can anybody relate to this? I know I've got 60-year-old ears that have been wearing headphones for like 30, 40 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But The dialogue on today's shows, I feel, you have to go way up on the volume. And then, like, there's a car crash, and it scares the hell out of you.
Well, it's funny because we have you that wore headphones for 30 years. We have Trish that has worked on ambulances for how many years? 20 years, with sirens blaring the entire time. So they're both hard of hearing. So you'll walk down the stairs, and the TV will be on maximum volume.
So you can hear the show from upstairs.
I'm surprised we don't get the cops called on us for, like, a noise disturbance. But Miss Mary Jane said that she would rip up the floor. I think that was in reference to
for
ripping up the floor.
$82,000.
Yeah, I mean, at least try. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that you like your new floor, but it costs $377 to make. I think you'll be okay if it leads to $87,000. Abby also said I'd rip that floor up so fast. Yeah,
there you go.
I mean, she must try, right? I would hope.
She did post a video after the fact, and she uses that "Oh no no no" song that we talked about the other day, and she looks in the camera going,
Maybe she's rich. Maybe 87,000 really doesn't. She doesn't bat an eye to that.
Need it? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Trish and Liam, you guys are having too much fun over there. I'm hearing a lot of laughter. If you could tone that down, maybe like break out some mathematics flashcards and bore him.
It's
please.
Playing with the 4 round magnets.
He's loving the magnets, man.
Yeah. It's Monday though. We're supposed to have Monday mood, you know.
Yeah. Well, Charlie's getting into it now. Charlie wants some attention.
Isn't it great though? At Liam's age, like I said, he's year and a half, 21 months, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like whenever he's awake, he's in a good mood. I shouldn't say always. I mean, he does have his.
I was going to say I've definitely heard this kid scream a couple times in the past couple days.
He does have his fit. In fact, I woke up to him this morning screaming, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a great show.
Yeah.
And Sarah told me that it was because she wouldn't make him a peanut butter and fluff sandwich for breakfast.
And you're the one at fault. You introduced him to fluff.
I introduced him to fluff.
So it's all your fault. I will say, last night when we had to stop playing Salesman. Because he had to leave. He was not happy about that.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to play that game all night.
But in general, I mean, here it is Monday. He just wakes up, he's happy.
Yeah.
Of course, he doesn't have the stresses that everyone else has.
Abby says they whisper so much in shows now, or maybe I'm just getting old.
Yeah.
I think they do. I know, like, the Marvel movies are really bad with that. Like, the dialogue is so soft compared to the action, so you do have to sit there.
And then once the music comes in, you scare you.
Yeah.
Like, turn it down.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to sports. Let's see if I can pronounce this guy's name right. I looked it up, by the way. Teoscar Hernandez belted a pair of 3-run homers over the Green Monster, 2 of Toronto's 8 home runs yesterday. The Blue Jays pounded the Red Sox by a score of 18-4. Unfortunately, we have one more with the Blue Jays tonight. They'll wrap up the series tonight at 7:10. The Phoenix Suns wrapped up their series, and they swept the Denver Nuggets, winning last night 125-118. The Brooklyn Nets evened their series with the Milwaukee Bucks with a 107-96 win. Kyrie Irving sprained his right ankle. X-rays were negative, but he did leave on crutches. Game 5 is tomorrow. And Stanley Cup, the New York Islanders, with success in their 2-1 win against the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup semifinals. That was in Tampa on Sunday. All right, so that's a look at your news and sports for Monday. New feature on the show today. It's called Don't Tell Me, Florida?
Again, we apologize if you're from Florida, but it's not you. You know, there's just certain people in Florida,
you can probably relate to all the Florida stories.
Yeah.
A Florida man allegedly stabbed another man with a sword. During an argument over a TV remote. Officers arrested Christopher Glynn at a Titusville apartment where the victim was found with stab wounds to his left arm and leg. Responding officers found Glynn sitting on a couch next to a sword and a wooden scabbard. He confessed to stabbing the victim and said he would have gutted him if he had better aim. The victim told police that he and Glynn were drinking.
Shocker.
You believe it? Yeah.
I honestly, with a story like that, I would hope that they were drinking. I hope that's not like a sober thought of yours to stab your friend with a sword.
The victim said he and Glynn were drinking when they got into an argument about Glynn hogging the TV remote. The victim reportedly called Glynn selfish at some point before he was stabbed.
That's it right there. You call somebody selfish, that leads to stabbing.
Glynn was charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. I would think a sword.
I would think so. I mean, a sword has killed many people in history.
Yeah.
I will say he must have been watching TV with the sword. Like, I feel like someone stealing the TV remote doesn't cause you to get up and get a sword and stab somebody with it. He must have been one of just really into whatever. Maybe they were watching like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get into character, and he had that sword, and he was so ready.
Maybe he was polishing the sword or something. Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, really
interesting. I guess
You're right. So there's our new feature. Don't tell me, Florida.
Yeah.
So
Peter Guy says, I think the people don't open their mouth enough when they speak to let the sounds out correctly. That's in reference to the soft TV and movie sound.
Think people mumble?
Well, you know what it is? I think it's all the Botox. They probably can't open their mouth enough. So I think that's what it is. So I think we need to feel bad for them.
Would you tell me about, was it Courtney Cox?
Yes.
When we were watching the Friends reunion special,
Mm-hmm.
Courtney Cox has had some work done, and I guess it didn't go as planned. Or?
Yeah, well, and I think she regrets it now, and so she's trying to speak out on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't really know the full story, so I don't want to start any rumors, but something like that.
Some of those operations, some people that have those Botox, I don't think it works.
Botox is you can use it for certain things like migraines, though. I think
I've heard that.
So maybe I'll be getting Botox. Mom, can I get Botox
For his migraines.
for my migraines, Mom? There we go. Even notice she said even more beautiful. She gets me, people. She gets me.
Did you want to bring Liam back over, or are you guys just having too much fun there?
They're waving at each other. I don't really know where he's going, and I don't know if it's a hi or a bye. But they're saying goodnight.
Oh, because he's going to sleep.
Yeah, he likes to play goodnight, but he's faking it. He does not want to go to bed.
So we're not sure what's on the agenda today. We know for the week we're talking about going to the Virginia Zoo, which is the Norfolk Zoo.
Leonard is a big fan of the zoo.
Yeah.
Yes.
He especially loves, and in fact, it's the one animal that he responds to.
Yeah.
Is the giraffe. Kind of
Big fan of the giraffes.
I love giraffes.
Well, I think it was like when he was younger and he couldn't really see as far. I think those were because the giraffes get right up and personal with you. Yeah. So I think those were big. He could see him. He liked him right off the bat.
Yeah, because if you go to like the lion's like far
Yeah,
away
it's
in
deep.
the shade.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So it's hard to get the lion. So.
And then we also, what is it? There's some outlets we might go to.
Might go check that out.
And chilling by the pool mainly. I need some. Diane called me. She called me a light bulb. She said I was as white as a light bulb last week.
We were talking about the moths
Yeah.
dive bombing you, and she thought that maybe since they go to the light, your skin is so white.
Yeah, so I'm trying. I already kind of sunburnt my nose. I don't
Yeah,
know if you
how
can
did
tell.
they? Yeah, but that's not the only thing. You said you
Well,
got a
I have like
sunburn?
really weird. I think spray on like sun lotion is a scam.
That's what we had. We had the spray on
Yeah.
copper tone stuff.
I have the weirdest sunburns, like on my arm. I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it. Let me see. It's like this one stripe up here. There's a little spot on my bicep. And if you just spray it on, it doesn't work. Like you need to like rub it in. And I thought I did. And I reapplied like 3 times yesterday. And I still ended up with the weirdest sunburns. I don't understand.
How was your
It's not
back?
fair.
Because you had me. You
That's
came
fine, yeah.
came up to me and you said, "Help a co-host out."
I said, come on now, co-host. Put sun lotion on my back.
And what was the other one? The part in your hair.
Oh yeah, my hair is parted. You can kind of see it. It's like right here. It's parted, and the sunburn. I got sunburnt in the part in my hair. But who applies sunscreen to that? Is all I'm saying.
To the part. In
Yeah.
your, I don't. Does anyone?
I don't
Does
think
anyone?
you can't. I remember there was one time Sarah got braids, right? And
Yes, the whole softball team.
yeah,
got
and
braids.
their head got sunburnt in between the braids. I remember that.
We had to warn the whole team to put sunscreen in their braids.
Yeah, Miss Mary Jane says, I don't like spray on unless you rub it in. I tried, man. I don't know. I think it's a scam. It didn't work for me. I don't know what it is. Sarah says she puts it she sprays it in her hands and then she puts it on. So maybe I'll try that.
All right.
But yeah, I got sunburn.
And then he gets all over my case because I have olive skin.
Yeah, you and Sarah both have like olive skin, so you guys don't burn. You guys just tan automatically. You don't even have to try. Me and Trish out here, we just burn. Right, Trish? We just burn. Yeah. And then it turns into a tan. Hopefully.
The best tan I ever had, the best years was when I was coaching softball and baseball. Because I'd be outside.
Hold on.
What?
But the best tan, you probably had the worst farmer's tan of your life.
I will give you that.
Your arms and
I will
like your
give you that.
face was probably tan. But
and my neck, all right?
yeah, but you're like right here, and you probably had a white T-shirt on.
That's true. And you know what else? My feet. my feet would be white
Yeah.
up to the
Yeah, you always had the
sock.
ankle sock line.
Ankle sock,
Yep,
yeah.
I remember that.
But, to go to work on Monday,
Yeah.
where you're in a shirt,
Yep.
in fact, I had someone asked me this more than once.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get such a great tan? I'm like, third base coach's box.
Yeah.
You just
You
out
just
in the
got to
elements.
be outside a lot. Yeah. Gail said, "Ooh, sunburn on the part hurts." It doesn't hurt yet. I think it was just like a preliminary sunburn. I think if I keep going, it'll start hurting. So, but I was worried about the shower.
That's
I
where
noticed.
you'll notice it.
I noticed the burn before I got in the shower, but it didn't hurt surprisingly. So maybe it's not that bad.
So you're not that bad.
One thing I did last night, which I never thought I would ever have to do, I cut Doug's hair last night.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know why I remembered that.
He forgot to ask Mom because Mom cuts mine.
Yeah.
Because I don't pay to have this haircut.
Yeah, and Doug's at that point too. He admitted it to me that he's at the point where he's not going to pay somebody to cut his hair, because he got your hair gene.
Yeah, unfortunately.
One thing I did hear though is you're supposed to get the balding gene from the mom, but Trish has luscious. Is your hair fake?
My hair fake? No.
Okay, so I don't know what happened. You guys got some explaining to do.
You're supposed to get the
The
bald
bald
gene.
gene is from the mom, I guess. It's supposed to come from the.
All of his
But
uncles and his dad and
I don't. Did you have anyone on your
all,
side that
all
was
of
bald?
all of my uncles and my dad, they had
Maybe
no
that's
hair.
it. Because it's supposed to come from the mom's side. That's what I heard.
Well, Doug's
Oh, you're bringing me a pillow. Can I have it?
Doug's hair was darker than mine. I mean, it was darker than yours.
Well, yeah, Doug was the only one that ended up with your hair.
My hair.
Yeah.
So now he has my lack of hair.
Yeah. I'm definitely on the verge of losing my hair, but
Are you?
I'm hanging on as long as I can. Miss Mary Jane said, "What, Maddie the hairdresser / barber?" Yeah, I was terrified. I didn't want to
Were you
mess it
really?
up. Well, I didn't
Yeah.
want to mess it up. Plus,
Well-
he doesn't put a guard. He cuts it so short, like a zero. So there's no guard. So you're just cutting to nothing.
But when we have relatively nothing, how can
Yeah.
you mess it up?
Well, I've never done that before,
Oh, okay.
ever. But, I mean, I think it went okay. I had him go check in the mirror, and he didn't scream.
The
so.
funniest thing I ever did was back when your brother had the lead role in Annie,
Oh, yeah.
and he played. He wasn't Annie. He was Daddy Warbucks.
Yeah. He didn't get
And
the part for Annie.
He
tried.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah, he
Hours
auditioned.
of auditions.
Yeah.
I had to shave my son's head, and that was the wildest experience I've ever had.
Okay, Miss Mary Jane, who is my hairstylist.
Who was a hairdresser? Yeah.
And she said it can come from the mother or the father. So there we go. I've been proven wrong. I forgot who told me it comes from the mother side, but they've been proven wrong. But okay, so that makes sense. So
All right.
thanks, Pete.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And by the way, since I've always been honest with you, the reason I'm wearing a hat,
Oh my God.
which he told me, you don't have to explain this, Dad. It's a YouTube show.
This
We
is
can
the
do
thing.
whatever we want.
Well, you can say it first, and then I'll get into
All
it.
right. The reason I'm wearing a hat is not because I want to fit in with him wearing a hat.
Yeah, I'm a trendsetter.
Or because I'm vain that I'm losing my hair, which I've gotten over that.
Yeah, it's
I
already
was.
gone.
I
Yeah.
was. And I actually wore a wig. Had a wig once. I had a hairpiece. For
I never
50
knew
years.
that until last year.
Yeah, I had a hair. It was an advertising thing, and I'm sorry I ever did it. But anyway, I'm not vain about the hair. But the reason I'm wearing a hat is somehow in the past year, because it only happened when I moved down here.
I don't know what it is.
I don't remember doing it at home.
You can't really see it.
I don't remember
on-
the scratch at home.
Yeah.
But you can't really see it?
No, not really.
For
It's
some
a little
reason,
red mark, but
for some reason, I scratch my forehead and draw blood
when he's sleeping.
when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I don't know how I know what it is when I sleep. I'm like this.
Yeah.
And so
We don't know why.
when the fingernails get a little longer, I don't know if I have an itch but
yeah.
You will only see me in the hat when I've scratched my forehead.
Yes and no. See, this is the thing. He kept saying last week, he was like, we need to explain. We need to explain why I'm wearing a hat. And I was like, why do we need to explain? He's like, because I don't wear hats. I said, Dad, I've worn a hat every single show because, quite frankly, I have long hair and I don't have time to do my hair. So I wear a hat every single show. And I was like, it's not a problem. And he's like, but I've never worn hats. And I'm trying to get him off of the, I still feel like you're in the corporate, radio station. I need to wear khakis and a polo and a hat. This is your own show.
Well, that's like my
Your name's on the sign, not this sign, but your name's on the usual sign. and on the coffee mugs that we have. It's in the corner, the Pete Braley Show. No one gets to tell you what to do except for me.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
All
go.
right.
So if you want to wear a hat, there's no need for justification.
When we get back in town, I'm doing a cable TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, now the weed whacker's coming by?
Here we go.
We just can't win.
Perfect.
But when I get back, I'll be doing my Classroom Chronicle show for New Bedford Cable, and on that I'll wear a suit.
Well,
So
they probably have a dress code. Our dress code is simple. There's one rule, and it's you need to wear like long pants. No shorts is the rule. Yeah. And technically that rule is just for you because my legs are normally covered. But just to be fair, I normally wear long pants as well. We're on vacation. I thought we were both wearing shorts. He came downstairs in jeans today. Yeah.
But
So
I do have flip-flops.
He's a good employee, I guess.
I'm doing the flip-flops.
Yeah, but typically we go with no shorts just because his camera angle, he sits in a chair, so you guys would be able to see his knees. So I feel like that would just be weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only
And by
dress
the way,
code we have.
and both knees have a lovely scar in
Yeah,
them from
so
the knee replacement
I'm
surgery.
saving you guys here.
Which, by the way, is the one thing I did put sunscreen on yesterday was because when you have a scar from surgery, that's like baby skin, so you really have to take care of that so it doesn't burn. So.
Even if you had the surgery like 12 years ago?
Yeah, it's still...
Wouldn't it be 12-year-old skin?
12-year-olds? Well, yeah, you got me there.
All right, let's see. We got some chats here. Gail said, what? No before and after photos of Doug's head? I think I was too nervous. I think I actually have like one picture of like after because I wanted him to look at the back of his head. But I won't put Doug on the spot like that. Abby said, I remember the hairpiece. I don't remember the hairpiece.
Yeah.
I don't think, was I alive for the hairpiece? Probably not. I only remember you being
or
bald.
you were in the baby stage. Yeah.
Actually, no, I know for a fact no because the earliest picture I have in my scrapbook is you holding me like as a baby, and you're already bald.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with no.
the
I
answer
was
is
not
no.
alive.
Yeah. It was an advertising thing. It was one of those where the sales rep at the radio station came up to me and said, "Hey, would you consider, going to this client and getting a hairpiece?" And I was like, because we are very vain when we start losing our hair. I fought it as long as I could, and I should have just gone with it. I should have just gone with it.
I think I'm still fighting it. That's why I'm growing out my hair.
People did tell me I should bick my hair, go completely bald.
Yeah.
I've never had. I thought of doing that once or twice, but then
I feel like the little thing you got going on like fits you. I feel like that's your hairstyle.
Okay.
Yeah. And mainly because that's all I know.
And now that I look back on the hair, it's like, nah, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, no. Plus, the thing, though, that you have now is the beard. I feel like if you're going to be bald, you go with a big beard because it I don't know, it just fits. It's like if you flipped your head upside down. There we go.
No,
I wouldn't try
that would
it.
put me in
I
traction.
wouldn't try it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Miss Mary Jane said, what? Oh, my. I don't really... Is that in reference to him cutting his head?
Maybe.
I
don't know how I came up with that habit. I really don't. And I don't remember doing it until I was down here for a year.
Which is weird. I don't know. Maybe you missed Mom and you were just frustrated while sleeping.
Checking it out.
Scratch your head. But now you're home, so I don't know what it is. Anyways, Peter says, cutting without the guard comes first. Next comes shave it all off. That's what I did. The reason we tell Doug to shave it all off is because he was bald for Annie and he was bald for the King and I. So we've seen him bald.
Right. See,
and we're like, you got a bald head. Like he has a head that would look good bald.
Some guys cannot make it look good. I don't know what my head would look like bald, completely bald.
Which is why I think, but like this look fits you.
Okay.
So, but like for Doug, I think Doug could pull off being bald.
We've seen it. He has a good head.
So we all think he should. I hope he doesn't mind us talking about his bald head.
It's his wife who doesn't want him to.
Yeah, she wants him to keep it. But we all think it's because she's so short that she can't see the top of his head. That's what we think.
She can't see the top of the refrigerator, so yeah.
I don't think Doug's watched a full show, so I think we're in the clear. We're at the end of the episode, so I don't think he's going to catch this part, which is good, which is great. Miss Mary Jane said no, the hairpiece is what she was saying.
Oh, you don't?
Oh, my.
Oh, I'll have to show you some pictures.
Well, technically, I mean... Getting a hairpiece puts her out of business. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
she's in the business of cutting hair.
Well,
you can't cut a hair.
No, I had to go back to the same guy like every month because this part of my hair grows, that part didn't.
Okay, that's
we always had to.
I take that back then.
Yeah.
So, Miss Mary Jane, if you want to cut his hair with his hairpiece on, you let us know.
And we've known Mary Jane for so long. I'm surprised she never saw that.
The hairpiece?
Yeah.
Is it still like sitting in the attic somewhere?
No, it's at the If they still have it.
I hope not.
It's at the place where
Yeah.
I used to go. They had a box. Like
Let's find
Braley.
it and burn it. Okay? That's all I got to say. All right. I think. Do we have anything else?
No, I think that's just about it. We did it again, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We said, we're on vacation. If we put out a 25, 30-minute show, that's fine. We're on vacation. But
Here we are, an hour later.
An hour later.
So.
Yep. We just get talking.
Liam, do you want to come and say goodbye?
Liam's playing with his race car in his alphabet briefcase.
He's got this briefcase with the alphabet in it.
Well, it was the cutest thing. Sarah brought him upstairs to get dressed for today, and he came downstairs, and she was like, he's ready for his first day on the show. And he came down with his polo on. His hair was wet, and so it was like slicked to the side, and he had his Elmo briefcase filled with letters. And she was like, he's ready.
He's ready.
He's ready.
All right.
Last thing, Peter Guy says, if you shave it off, you have to wear a hat because the least little bump you get cuts. Because the least little bump you get something.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Doug has a good bald head. That's all I'm saying. I think he could pull it off.
And I'm rocking this look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody looks good exactly as they are. Don't change a thing.
Liam,
don't change a
thing.
He's staring at us. He has no idea what we're talking about. You're doing a good job, buddy. All right.
All right, that's going to do it for today. If you are watching us later in the day, we'd love to hear from you. You can either comment right on the YouTube video, or you send us an email at thepetebraleyshow@gmail.com. You do have to use the, so it's thepetebraleyshow.com.
Yes, sir.
And we'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't know what we're up to today, but it's a sunny day. Supposed to go up to 84 here in Virginia Beach today.
Maybe another pool day, so I can get a nice sunburn.
Another pool day.
Yes, yes.
So, we leave you with the thought.
Yes.
Yeah, the thought for the day. A lot of problems in the world, would disappear if we talk to each other instead of talk about each other.
Mom, can you believe this Pete guy? Pisses
if we
me
talk
off.
to each other instead of about each other.
Yeah.
That'll do it for today. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock live from the beach, as
Yes,
they
sir.
call it. All right. Until then, make it a great day.
See ya.